All right, what's up, YouTube fam? This is Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. Back. I'm back, baby. And so is Kitty. Kitty's having a good time. Woo! He's happy. He just got his din din, so he's a happy camper. Did I show you him properly? There he goes. Anyway, so this one's a testing strategy. You know what's going on. Another backtesting vid, trying to figure out what's happening in the universe. And just for funsies, my ETH trade, I did close it. I dropped a vid about that, but looks like the market wants to sink and drop a little bit lower. But the one good thing about this thing is like take your profits, find another entry. All right. All right. So we're gonna be doing more price action. Delete some stuff on here. I guess I have to click on it to delete it. Sorry about that. Some other testing things. All right, so I figured we could talk a little bit more about price action and figure out trade entries and exits and all that good stuff. I'm also just watched this vid about support resistance, and we already know that they're more of areas, right? Because you can punch through them, bust, come back, and all that jazz. And what I'd like to do, sorry, what was this? What I'd like to do, what is this? USDT. I'm trying to see if I can focus on the three I have the demo options for, which is Bitcoin, ETH, and EOS, whatever. And see if I can't just use price action and maybe just the fractal stuff. Actually, I don't think it works when I'm coming back. Sometime I'm gonna have to break hack that. And we'll just set our breaks to just the one color. There we are. Perfect. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing it. And then, of course, I'm still deciding with which ones I like more. If I like the FVG more, or if I like the imbalance zone. They each have their own uses, and I kind of like the imbalance zone. But the only problem there is um, it doesn't like specify where the imbalance came from. And I'm trying to decide if I think that's important, honestly. So let's go without it for the time being, and let's do a little high level review of EOS. So I've marked out what is essentially so what's the high level trend? I guess that's the first thing we need to figure out. So we're making lower highs, lower lows, and we kind of flattened out a little bit on the top here. So I guess it's a bit of a consolidation, and it looks like we just broke that and made a higher low. It's on the 2 hour. So, um, but let's zoom in on this a little bit. And I probably put my glasses on because I am, as the optometrist made that joke about my eyes having had one too many birthdays. I don't know how I feel about that one. But anyway, so so we were coming down, we were making some lower lows. We did a higher low here, but it wasn't really much of uh, a real break. Let's see if there's something juicy we can play with though. So we have this break right here, which would put us in for an entry for a long up there, but that didn't work out. And I'm sketching out this little area as a bit of let's call it support, like a support area. And we did weak, little weak break here. See if we see anything fun like equal lows, anything juicy to play with. And drawing this So if we're going on a little bit of an uptick here, let's see. If I were to draw it this way, I'd get way more touches, and that would have been a was that a bear flag? Whatever. So if this was supposed to be a bear flag, let's do this. Given that this area has been rejected multiple times, then yeah, look at that almost perfectly at that low right there. Okay, so higher, low, high. We broke out of this. What are we looking at right now? We have a weak break there, swing failure right here, which definitely makes me feel good about a short, which may or may not have already played out. Then we have this break here, which is a lot more um, juicy. So this might be a secondary entry area here. So let's mark that supply area out. This is the green candle that started it. And let's call that our supply order block area right there. And then, uh, do we have anything else exciting? You know what? I keep forgetting to do this. I keep forgetting to drop the fib on here as like that's another thing I like though. You know, to that area right there. Boom. Um, okay. So that's the supply area, and I've definitely drawn it upside down. Sorry about that. I'm still working out the kinks, guys. Don't judge me. Do-do-do-do-do. Cool. And as we remember, our demand or premium zone is above the 50. And let's like to draw out what I'm expecting, right? So this looked like a nice M pattern, which usually does this, retraces. There's a couple of imbalances up here. Maybe it'll retrace back up to the point 0.7, which is where I'm hoping for. And then we can, oh, and then we can come down to grab some profits down here. So let's see how well that works out for us. That's on the 2 hour. So what I would do is I would set an alert just before it. Oh, wait, am I overshooting my supply? You know what? Hold on. I need to change the text on this. I couldn't even see that. My bad, guys. Totally uncool. All right. So first and foremost, we're in this area. So let's go back down to let's go down to 15. And let's do this. And let's see what it does in this area because one of two things will happen. And again, that's assuming I've drawn the fib correctly, which isn't to say I might not have, you know. So let me adjust it too, because maybe I should be using these highs down to that low. Still got to work this stuff out, guys. Whoops, out the way. Yeah, down to that low right there. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I was wondering why I had my demand area here, but my point 0.7 was all the way up there. Got it wrong, y'all. Still learning. Don't judge me. Okay, so we're back up into the, we're getting close to our point 0.7. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit more. It's so hard to see these candles some days, man. My eyes. All right, so we're zoomed in. What I'm expecting is somewhere between point 0.7, point 0.8, we can get an entry in. This is our order supply area here from this break over here. And looks like we have like a QML happening. Is that like right about here, I think. Still working out how to make sure I find that because this is the high, the higher, the low that formed it. Then yeah, so think about here, this candle right here. So let's pop that in as the QML, assuming I'm right. And let's do that. All right. So that's getting a little busy, right? So what I'm hoping for is an entry somewhere in the middle of this. once I see some sort of proper confluence, right? Some confirmation this thing isn't going, and then I'll, of course, stop loss. We've got this high here, let's say this high, and then let's an ATR above it, right? What it is. Um, let's estimate, let's not estimate, let's add it in here. So ATR at this point is 0.0007. It's kind of nice whenever they're like, I can't count y'all. Hope you know that. From this swing high here, 1.1966 plus, oops, why is it down? 0.196 plus oops, 0.007. Oops, nope, 0.007. Okay. So 1.203 is where I'm going to put my stop loss. 1.203 right there, perfect. And then I'm going to drop my take profit going to the point two. Right. And I guess good idea to check. Let me drop this down here. Oh, I had one up already. Let's close that one. I think I like the blue better. What do you guys think? What do we have? So here's a situation where I'm going to turn on the imbalance zone. Okay, so there's an imbalance down here. I'm going to check that. Let's try the FEG. FEG says on the 4 hour, there's a nice imbalance here. And then another 4 hour imbalance where I want to take profit at. So let's do this. Let's do a little take profit, like half here at point 0.3 and then the rest at 0.21. All right. So let's let some candles play out. Let's drop that lower and see if we find anything else that corroborates an entry. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, so far we've gotten swing failure one, two. We've got candles with wicks, the doji up here in the area, bullish engulfing candle here. Um, let's see. Okay, and oops, sellers got rejected right there. And wow, rejected twice. That's fun. All right, and we're coming back up. All right, all right. Uh, okay, so I'm looking for if I'm going to do this on the 15 and not drop to even lower, I'm looking for either a candle slip pattern or some other breakup here for potential entries. So let's see the next couple of candles, some indecision. Looks like we're definitely rejecting higher prices at this level. So most likely we'll continue down. And so now I'm going to look for some. So this looks like an evening star. See if I can zoom in on that puppy a little bit. It's an evening star at the QML in the area that I want to get into. So maybe I'll still getting rejected. These are gross. What is this coin? Okay, so here's like a little sub level. Well, here's a nice little break right here, and of this level, and nice red strong candle telling me sellers might be stepping in. Oh, hold on. Oh, look at that candle. What's this thing called? Like a no, whatever. No wick, no wick. That is a sign if I've ever seen one. Yes. Okay. So that happened, and then here's that stop hunt right there. So still haven't entered in yet, right? I'm still waiting for even more. So that's a nice sign, but it's not enough. Okay. Eh, getting better. Eh, still made a higher low on the 15 for this. Hmm. So what I'm thinking is still, okay, I'm gonna try and keep it at the 15 for an entry. All right. I'm trying not to go down to like 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I'm gonna try. All right. Okay, so that also looks like an evening star. Wow, that's really flat. That's a nice red candle. Okay. Dang it, still nothing yet. We're popping back up. Popping. Okay. So, these candlestick patterns, I don't want to trade them unless there's a real good reason for that. Okay, wait. So we had this break here and as like a mini with broke it. So with this green candle, this wiki candle right here for an entry. So I'll add more stuff to here. But what did I delete the bigger time frame one? Yeah. So we could still go in for an entry, but now we have this big green candle. So let's see. And we're still below um the point 0.7. Now well, that made me happy for a hot second, but let's see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I see another green. Oh, okay, all right, coming back up. So if we break this high, then that's gonna tell me that it's gonna continue going, which isn't unheard of, but that's why I have to watch this stuff. So crazy. Uh-huh. And we're at the equal highs there, some stop hunt territory. Hey, don't forget, guys, we haven't entered yet because we have not seen anything that super compels me that it's going to go down. That's what I'm waiting for. Okay, so we've hit another swing failure right here. That is good. So, um, this looks like it's trying to form. And I'm going to draw another thing here. It's trying to form another M. So let me resort myself up. Stop. Let's do that one. Ignore that section right here. That's nothing. So let's let that play out. So, man, can I tell you, watching price is really freaking boring. Okay, so hold on. Here's something that's interesting. So I just learned this, right? Like, and 1, 2, 3, and a red candle. That could be a bullish continuation pattern. So what I'm expecting now is if this plays out, because we saw here again, 1, 2, 3, red candle, and it rolled back. 1, 2, 3, and we made what I'd say it's higher, but it's pretty equal. So let's continue to watch price. Okay. So, all right. We're still in the same zone, so nothing exciting. So honestly, I feel like if I can see, this is the part that's so fascinating. Like, if I can see it breaking this level right here, that's like, then I might readjust my entry consideration. And what's it doing? I'm trying to set the opacity. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's continue watching. Smooth it over a little bit. Nope. Okay, let's play that. Okay. Alrighty. Hmm. So basically at this Mhm. So we're just sideways now, which is annoying. I need something that's gonna. So here we go again. So this is forming at a different spot now. It's lower down. One, two, three, red. I don't trust that one either. So, broke it. So let's see if we get a retrace. Oh, you know what? I'm being silly. Mm, I don't know. Maybe I'm not being silly. Okay. So here we have a bullish engulfing candle at the point six. If we were to adjust our entry plans at the start of this candle, then oh, there's a imbalance there, so I'd want to put that with a little ways, and then so we have two options still because we haven't, and then still we could actually aim for this level down here, or as I'm being super, you know, whatever, I am going to put it all the way down there. So we've made higher highs, higher highs. I need a lower high. So this made a low. And okay, let's say we entered there because we saw this in bullish engulfing. We made a low. Okay. And so my first trade option hasn't come to fruition, but we seem to be forming a lower level. So we're in on the second trade option here. And I am not liking where this is going. Looks like we're getting some rejection, or at least we're trying. And we're in the red, and three red. Nice. Oops. Oh, stopped out on the first one. Okay. So that one's dead. So that's another thing to do. Like don't fight. Don't fight what you were trying to do from an entry perspective, right? Okay. So we're back up to this guy, and are we gonna get rejected off of here? Looks like we're right. We've hit the point seven. Um, Because technically, I'd like to end on the point seven. Am I seeing? So we just made a higher high, but it's still losing steam. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's definitely a nice bullish view. So if I were to adjust my consideration here, let me do this. Draw that out. Okay. And let me take this off for the moment. All right. So my bearish thoughts have been thoroughly murdered, and I shouldn't have entered in the first time. Rookie mistakes. And this is why we're doing all of this testing. Okay. See here. All right. So we've come up. Um. hmm. So with this break, which is a nice clean one, nice big candles on the 15, unlike this break, this is a juicier break. So let's move this over for the moment, and let's adjust. So this is the break. So entry would be um, for the last red candle. That order block at least would be the last red candle. So this would be our demand area if that's what demand OB. I saw a 9. Okay. Um, hmm. The other thing that could be happening is there's another there's another area here for a break that wasn't too bad. Um, but I think that one's already failed us. I wouldn't have expected it to go much higher than this, so this might be like um a hunt. So let's see if it comes. So let's adjust our expectations, right? So far that one hasn't played out. Um, so then what I'm expecting is since we did this, we projected off of it, and I should have drawn this earlier. Come up here and then retrace back down and then continue up. And what's up here? Let's remove our fib and make quick adjustments. See, and draw it the other way. So we have a new high and a new low. And this, that, I think I could see it. It's getting dark in here. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Let me turn the light off a second here. Don't miss me too much, y'all. Oh, right. Hopefully that's a little better. I'm trying not to make these vids too long, but analysis and understanding what the heck is happening takes a while. I am gonna understand believe this, and I have a lot of patience. Let me make sure I've drawn this fib just right because just that. Perfecto. And adjust that to this new pi. Good, good. Okay. Um, so look at this. Yeah, it's just foiling. Is there anything that would tell me it's coming into? I think I'm forgetting something. And this happens to me all the time. There's a support area up here that it can come up and tap. That's probably what's happening. So let's do this. Let's zoom, see what's happening on the 1 hour. So what it looks like. Let's alter that and that. Zoom. Constantly doing this. Oops, I can just delete that for now. And in fact, let's get rid of all of the fluff. So this is the demand area. So here's what could happen, right? And this supply area, we're still in it. Let me get one more handle. Huh. Okay, so let's say I wasn't looking to the left. And that's why I like to have like one of these up so we can see the imbalances. So hard to see. So there's something juicy up here for it to eat, along with this area here. So we might uh, week break right here, wicks, wicks, wicks on the 1 hour, but we have a strong green candle forming. Okay, and we have a doji, some indecision happening. Oh, and they ate that imbalance as well. I think did not. Oh, right. As soon as it's eaten, it goes away. Put that on. All right. So got the doji, eating some imbalances. So let's try to pop up. Buyers are still fighting them. All right. So we're at the supply area. Got a bit of an engulfing candle there. Now that's disappointing. So that popped down to this level right here almost perfectly. How crazy is that, eh? And then buyers are like, hell no, we won't go. All right. So the things that's always bothered me is how to enter into something like this. easily. Because if we were to do something like this, right, and we want to write it up to this area, to like maybe this wick or about here where it's touched, it's not a bad run, but how do you enter? So let's look at the 15-minute again. Okay. And so, that break, that one was, that was decent. A lot of stop hunting here. This break, it's not bad. But now we have this resistance level that's coming down. So let's pull that up. And now we have this little imbalance. It's gonna run, or it's gonna run for maybe. All right, so if this is gonna do what I want it to do, so maybe pop that T here and then continue something like that. See how that plays out. Let's let it play. So we had a lot of boom, boom, boom. But we're still in it. We're still having higher lows. Consolidation. And then here we come. So maybe we can, oh, sorry guys. Maybe we can look for an entry when it's potentially taps in this area to hit the support. So do this, something like this, like if it hits this, oh, wrong way. I'm trying to get to the point where I can just adjust my expectations. Well, there's an imbalance right here. So if it taps this thing, which will touch that imbalance, and then I can put my stop loss below this, and let's give it a little room. Let's bring it down to this slight demand area. And then let's see if this one works out. Because so far price hasn't done anything I wanted it to. And let's plop this in here to a point where we feel comfy. Let's, yeah, that should be good. Oh, okay, good. All right, let's let that play. Uh, okay. Oh, look at that. Rude. I'm 0 for 2, y'all. I'm 0 for 2. Yet. Uh, okay. The hell just happened? Did it pop into this demand area? Mm. Just for it to do what I wanted it to do in the first place? Okay. Oh man. You know what? I'm being stupid too because it broke this trend line. I didn't even see it. So much to keep stay on top of, right? Because our original plan was to enter from here for a short, right? I think I wanted somewhere in the middle of the QML and then go all the way down to this thing right here. Stop right over there with a stop loss out here. Wasn't right. There, whatever. So does it do that after it's, because guys, I really just wasn't paying attention. Look at this. It, once this is how it got me, right? Man. Well, lose a little bit of money entering later because look, it did it did the break, the retrace, and then the continuation. That's what it did, which is what I was, looking for up here, and I forgot. That's the part that's hard. So let's delete this failed. attempt and loss of fake money in my brain. Still money lost. Now, what's this? So, oh, look at that. There's a doji at a support level. That's been another doji at the support level. Bearish engulfing. And then once it broke this little level here, then I could have felt comfortable entering into a short after that, which would have been dun, 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 right at the level, maybe a little lower. Anyway, let's see how this plays. Let that play out now. So now I expect it to keep making lower highs and continuing down, but seems to be turning around. Yep. Oh no. Oh, we went back into the supply area. Pull this way. Whoops. Okay. So first thoughts, though, it stopped, and this is something I need to work on too. I need to work on like supply areas, like drawing, like areas where price has come in, the support and resistance flipped areas, basically, right? Areas where price has come, been rejected off of multiple times. I need to learn to draw those, because if I had drawn them beforehand, then I might have set my take profit here instead, you know? But no, I hadn't noticed it, because came rejected, came rejected, came rejected. Was there one up here that I also missed as well? Anyway, so let's let this continue playing out. So making some new lower highs. It's the equal lows area here. We're still in this, getting rejected off of this. Oh, now that's how you break through an SR flip zone. Oh, oh. Wait, wait. Did we get to or take profits from our original? Nope, we're a little low. Let's see. Does it do that again? Looks like we're losing some steam there. Made a higher low. This might be broken. Depends on if it makes a higher high. Yeah, losing those sellers are losing steam. Looks like might be popping up in a sec. But okay, well, the moral of this story is follow my first freaking idea. It was well thought out. It was in the right place. Problem is the stop loss was too short. The stop loss is always too short. And this would have been a nice area for a take profit. Is this another? Oh, gotta get used to drawing these. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go wait for the 1 hour. Man, yeah. So that was, an area that's been touched. Could have taken profits about here. What's that? Okay. Could have taken profits not quite at the tip, but like where it's more clustered. It's like about here, and that would have been fine. Well, okay. All this says is that just need more practice. Just need more practice. And to patience. So much patience. Oh my God. How much time did this take? From the point where, and I think that's my problem. Like I always want to enter too early, right? And I always want to enter too early, and I didn't. I ignored this secondary juicy break right here. Because I focused on this one for a demand thing to go up. Well, we adjusted, right? Dang. Okay. So if I'd okay, hold on. Can I do this and how do I readjust to go back, right? So if I could go back like this, right? Let's wait for it to, okay. So if I was not so tired and I saw this break, then my thoughts should have been, and let me delete all this other stuff. And it's a failed order block can become a breaker block. We don't need to delete it. Anyway, so we see this break and this nice juicy candle. So then I should have readjusted my thought process to look for this supply area. And we have this juicy imbalance, excuse me, below it. In hindsight is 2020, right, guys? I mean, seriously. And what else? So this is the higher low. Um, and that's the lower high that's, no, it's not like that. This one, I think. So then kind of have a bit of a, it's a bit of a jumble in here. Let's go into 15 and see if we can see a little clearer. So we had this juicy break and we had this higher low and I was checking to see if there's a, move over, if there's a QML. Okay. But anyway, so this break happened at this place, retested, dropped lower. So then I'm expecting that it's going to continue in the opposite direction as expected. So then that means that if we had seen that, we could have drawn our fib. Um, and again, this is all predicated on things that I missed in this analysis, right? I think we needed to have drawn our fib from this low to this, sorry, I always mix it up, wrong way. From this new high here to this low down here, right? And then that would tell me where, that would help me to figure out if my entry is decent, not decent, distant. So I want to, my optimal entry area is somewhere between 0.8 and 0.7. So I want to enter somewhere in here. So we have this juicy imbalance right here on the 15, boiling back up. So what did we want to see? We want to see, actually for a proper confirmation, I want to see something like break the 50, come back up somewhere in this way, and then we can continue down like so. All right, is that what happened? Let's see. Looks like we came and tapped it. So, okay, so we're back at the 0.7, which is, and it's made a lower high, which is where I would want to enter. So if we entered here instead, for that short position at the next open of this candle, let's say at the 0.7, because we do know it loves to pop back up and F with us. And let's aim for this area here. Just because we're greedy, we could have aimed for 0.2 or something like that. And then let's put this above this imbalance here, give it a little room. And let's let that play out again because dropping, and hold on. So this is a thought. Just realized there's this area that we sort of marked out as a bit of a supply area, support resistance. Yeah. Okay. So this should actually be above this, if I'm being honest with you, above this lower high right there. Okay. And let's see. It still gets stopped out all for all I know. I know we just saw this, but honestly, besides that it goes down, I don't remember. So definitely not gonna win, all the time with the stop loss, but giving it room to breathe is like really important. Still working that out, but I also didn't do the one ATR above that. So in real trades, I would be calculating the one ATR. So now this is hit the first SR flip area. Then it dropped below that. Now that's how you know it's going to convert it potentially into, we get a rally drop. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that's how that should have worked. So I think the moral of this story is that don't trade tired. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up, and I'm sure it's pretty long. Y'all enjoy the evening. Need lots more practice because doing it this way with one candle at a time, it gives me more information, and it makes me feel like maybe I should try um, a little bit harder to understand the way the candles are forming. And maybe I'm trying too hard to understand those. And until something really useful shows up in the formations for an entry, like zoom in on the candles here. Control Z. Zooming on our entry area here, where we once it came back up to the point 0.7 on the fib. Um, it's not like it's the best entry, right? We could have waited for another, like this is a nice break right here. We can see on the 15. Could wait for things to plop back up and have entered up here. Even better. And that would have been good too. So really do have to practice more. And that's the problem with me. Like I keep trying to enter too early and not watching the traffic. Anyway, guys, I think I'll end it there. Y'all enjoy your Friday evening, Shakira.